You really thought it wasn't rolling, huh? I know. Yo. Shaving the villains. How you feeling? You in? Today, as you can see by the title, we are talking about depression. And I know depression and anxiety go hand in hand, but I'm gonna make another video on that. But today, let's focus on depression. Like I say, man, I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. Most people who have depression, they are constantly reminiscing on the past, right? The past is something that you cannot take back. You cannot change. You cannot reverse. It's irreversible. It already happened. It's behind you. Whatever is behind you is behind you for a reason, right? They're always focused on the past, never on the present, and too caught up on the future. They have too many expectations for what should have been, could have been. They got disappointed, and they become very depressed. People who put their life and their happiness in others leads to depression. People who rely on other people as their source of happiness, or drugs, or alcohol, etc., anything, they oftentimes did not become depressed. And depression is not something to play with, man. As y'all know, a lot of people die from depression as well as anxiety. And it really messes with your psyche, and it tells you that you are who you're not, right? You are a dark person. You have dark energy surrounding you. You don't want to be around positivity. Because I know, for me, I was depressed. And I know when I was at home and I would always just want to sleep, barely eat sometimes, and I would just want to be in the dark. Turn the lights off, don't open the blinds, no sunlight, no nothing. I don't want to see none of that. And that was a sign, right? Because my dad, shout out to my dad, he always would come in my room and open my blinds, right? And I'd be like, dude, turn that off. I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And he would just keep doing it. Like, he would just consistently be training me to kind of be ready for the light. Because when you're in darkness, man, it's very difficult to see the light. Very, very difficult. When you're in, this is all you know, dark energy. Brings your mind down. It brings your focus down. Energy for sure. And you don't want to be around light, aka positive people. I remember I used to say, like, I'm very good now, but it's really interesting because when you're in that state, it's kind of like you don't know, or you do know subconsciously, but you're not gonna admit, that you know. So when I was growing from being into it and coming out of it, I realized I kept saying, I'm depressed. I was very depressed. And a thing that it does with your mind, there's power in the tongue. There's power in the word of the mouth. And that's all your subconscious agrees to, what you tell it, right? What you habitually do. And I just kept telling myself, man, I'm depressed. And other people, I'm depressed. So it's lowering my energy at the same time as me trying to get better. Fun fact, when you try to do something, you're not doing it at all. It's either you do it or you don't. Don't try. You're setting yourself up for failure. Depression is not something to play with, y'all. And when you fully recognize that you are attached to expectation, because with expectation comes great disappointment, and you get glued to the fact that you could have been something. So, like, for me, I was glued to social media, and I was glued to basketball, and I got smacked in the face real quick with my basketball journey in high school, very quick. And it came at me at a very unexpected rate, right? Because I expected, in high school, I'm gonna play, I'm gonna do this, blah 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 blah. And when you're young and you have this thing just setting your mind straight, and when you get off rail, it's like messes with the mind, man. It takes you off track. So like people who have injuries, or that's why they get depressed after they get surgery or whatever, because it's like they weren't expected to get injured, but when they did and they had surgery and it brings them to a low state, they feel like they can't, they get insecure and all this stuff, man. And it's the mind. It's all the mind. It is all the mind. It's all the mind. All the mind, bro. And so to grow out of it, you have to tell yourself it's going to get better. You live to see another day, right? You do things to grow, not to show. Because how you going to know? Ice cold, boy. I'm ice. And man, it's very humbling for me to come from where I was, because man, I didn't talk to any of my family. It was just come home, go to my room, barely work out, go to sleep, eat sometimes. Seriously, I didn't talk to anybody like that, right? And it brings you so low that you just think that this is so real. Like, I'm never gonna get out of this. I'm never gonna accomplish more. What is the real? That's and it's very humbling, man. And during that time of dark energies, man, it just takes over you, and you just begin to validate yourself. Like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna be this. I'm just gonna stay right here, and you be content with it. And most people, some people, they commit suicide, and that's what the mind does. It makes them believe that their fake self is the real, and it's a long rabbit hole that people get into, and coming out, being sad and unmotivated to chase. It's a really big paradox that is kind of unorthodox, right? It's simple, but it's easy, right? And once you think about it logically, like I say, man, it's very simple. It's very simple, but illogical thinking, it brings you in a state where it makes you believe that this fantasy that you're living in is real. So some people who are right now, just know it gets better. It gets better. You have to keep telling yourself, I will do this, I can do this, and you have to go to sleep with it on your mind that see yourself happy, right? See yourself well, see yourself with the best health, the best wealth. Wealth doesn't always mean money. Your wealth can come from your richness inside, richness with love, peace, joy, all that stuff, man. And like I say, man, just go within and you'll find all the answers. Hey, and that's me when I was I don't know, maybe like 4, 5, something like that. But yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, because I know y'all did. It's knowledge is power, man. You know of somebody who's in a dark place right now in their life. Put them on this video, share it, let them see my other videos. Put them on, man, because it does get better. The grass is green everywhere. Not on the other side, not on that side. It's green. So when you look at it in that way, man, just little by little every day, and you're gonna get to the place you want to be. JB, I'm out. Yo, listen, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Make sure y'all follow my links
down below in the description or somewhere on the screen. Subscribe to your boy if you haven't already. Like for your boy if you haven't already. And comment, man. Tell me your thoughts, how you felt, your ideas. And guess what? I'm with you and you with me. I love you. Thank you.